I'm back at Hershey Park, and today I'm going to be giving you a full tour of everything here at Hershey Park. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to start the tour with right after you enter those main gates at Hershey Park. Something to note is that Hershey Park no longer has paper maps. So if you are going to want to have a map for the day when you visit, you are going to need to download the Hershey Park app. The first land, and I'm putting that in air quotes because Hershey Park doesn't really have a lot of signage that indicates what part of the park you're in, so that's just something to keep in mind. But the first area we're going to enter is called Chocolate Town. Here you're going to find the beautiful Kisses Fountain, which is a great photo opportunity. Behind us we had the Chocolatier and the exit to the park. So when you're on your way out, there is a nice big gift shop that you're going to be leaving when you exit. So if you want to wait to get your souvenirs, it's a great opportunity to do it. And to the left, you're going to have your first family ride, which is the carousel. To your right is going to be the only Starbucks in the park. I know this is important to a lot of people. It's great. It's right at the beginning of the park, so you can grab your morning coffee and head out for the day. Here on the left, you're going to find some unique shopping. There is a few stores within this one area. They're all connected, and I particularly recommend checking it out because there are some items that you can't find in the regular gift shop. On the right, you're going to find the entrance to Candemonium, which is one of the roller coasters at Hershey Park. Additionally, in this area, you're going to find restrooms and lockers. These restrooms and lockers are particularly busy, so I suggest skipping these for an alternative options within the park. On the left is Hyperdeck, which is a virtual game that is a pay extra attraction. I've never done it, so not really sure exactly what it is. To the right is one of the HP Go kiosk where you can access your wrist bracelet for your Fast Track, which is Hershey Park's version of an Express Pass. On the left is the primary area for a character meet and greet. So this is where you can meet the Hershey bar, Reese's guy, Twizzlers guy at any point. I'm not really sure what the schedule is, but they'll pop out and you can line up and get your photograph. And I just passed the Life is Good store, which does have some Hershey Park specific Life is Good branding products, which is really cool. And then also one of the kettle corn stands. Additionally, on the right is a Christmas memory store, which is very specific Christmas type of merchandise that you can buy, souvenirs. On the left is a Dippin' Dots, but don't worry, there are plenty other locations around the park. Additionally, here you're going to find Nathan's Hot Dogs, as well as Dispatch Express, which is pizza. And now we're entering the next land at Hershey Park, which is called Founder's Way. You will know when you have arrived to Founder's Way because you are going to see this giant structure in front of you. This is where the carousel used to be until they moved it to the front of the park a couple years ago when they did a redesign. Here you're going to find the vast majority of kiddie rides. On the left-hand side of the old carousel structure, you're going to have the balloon ride, which is called Balloon Flight, and then also Starship America, which is a rocket ship style ride. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to have the Mini Himalaya, the Tilt-A-Whirl, Traffic Jam, which is a little car ride, helicopters, Space Age, which is little rocket ships, and then the Scrambler. This carousel structure does have tables. It's great when the park is really busy. It is shaded, so if it's the summer and it's hot, it's a perfect place to grab your food and sit under there. As you continue through this area, you're going to find the Photo Hub, which is where you can view and purchase photos. On the left, you're going to find 1906 Grill. This place has burgers, chicken fingers, fries, and more. They also have different seasonal alcoholic beverage offerings, so that's something to keep your eye open depending on when you're visiting. I do plan on creating a future video that's going to describe all of the different food options that are available at Hershey Park with menus. On the right, you're going to have one of 3 different Subway locations in the park, as well as a brand new toy store that has very generic toys. Additionally, on the right, you're going to see Lemon Drop, which is a lemonade stand. They also have popcorn as well as a few other snacks that you can grab, and also one of the main entrances to another land, which is going to be the Hollow. I am going to explore that area later on. For now, I'm going to keep heading to the back of the park. On the left was the funnel cake stand. They have some really unique and extremely delicious funnel cakes, as well as one of our favorite places, the Pretzel House. Hershey Park pretzels are out of this world delicious. The other food spot in that area is Simply Chocolate, which offers those really unique, huge milkshakes. In that same area is going to be the entrance for the Skyview ride, as well as another food place, which is the Nut House. On the left, I passed Reese's Cup Fusion, as well as Swing Thing, which is a child's swing ride. Additionally, on the left is going to be the entrance to the monorail. On the right-hand side is Fender Bender, which is bumper cars. There's also Coco Cruiser, which is a smaller kid-friendly roller coaster. There's also Dizzy Drums, which is a kids ride, as well as a mini pirate ship for kids as well. Continuing straight ahead, I just wanted to point out that this little orange building on the right-hand side is essentially where Rope Drop takes place. So how it works during the summer hours with early park admission is that Hershey Park opens up an hour to season pass holders as well as people that are staying on property, but the entire park is not open. It's just going to be the portions that are to the front of this area. On the right is Music Box Theater. Now, this currently does not house any shows except for in the fall, if they bring it back this year. Last year, during the Halloween time, they did have a very nice little kids' Halloween show in there with the Hershey Park characters. They did also use this building during the Christmas season to do character meet and greets. Now, this is not where you're going to find Santa. Santa's actually that carousel structure that I had showed you earlier with the tables. That is where during Christmas time your kids can meet Santa. And on the left is Chick-fil-A. Just to note, just like any other Chick-fil-A in the world, this Chick-fil-A is not open on Sundays. And coming up on the right-hand side is the adult version of the pirate ship, and on the left is the Claw. And that pretty much brings us to the Pioneer Frontierland of Hershey Park. On the right-hand side, you're going to see the entrance to the Dry Gulch Railroad. On the right-hand side, you're going to see a little bridge that the Dry Gulch Railroad actually goes under. When you cross this bridge, this is going to bring you to 2 additional kiddie rides, which include a baby carousel and then also a tiny little scrambler. It's absolutely adorable. And then this is going to pop you out as well into the food court area. There is additionally one more ride back there. It is I want to say it's called like the Flyer Ride. I've never been on it, but that is also going to be accessible via that bridge. And on the left, I just passed the Playdome Arcade. Of course, this is all going to be separate, not included with your ticket, pay to play type of situation. On the right is Burke's Hot Dogs. They do switch these out seasonally and they are absolutely delicious. So this is a great place to get some lunch. Also up here on the right is a coaster specific themed little souvenir shop. So this is where you can get merchandise for all the different roller coasters here in the park. And on the left hand side is going to be the Fahrenheit roller coaster. On the right is where you are going to find the Howler ride. I can't give you a review on this one because I cannot do these types of rides anymore, but if that is your cup of tea, I hope you enjoy it and have a blast. And after Howler is where you're going to come to a fork in the road. So you can either go right to stay in Pioneer Frontier, or you can choose to go left. Hershey Park does have some signage about the park that helps guide you, so that's just something else to keep in mind if you're trying to find your way. For the making of this video, I went to the left, but no worries. As soon as I'm done in the back of the park, I'm gonna wrap around and go the opposite way so you can see what is in the back if you stay in the Pioneer Frontier area. So the first major thing that you are going to come to when you are along this path is the boardwalk. So the boardwalk is going to be located on your right hand side. Now, unfortunately, I could not get back into the boardwalk today to film only because the boardwalk is not open yet. So this is Hershey Park's water park. This is included in your price of admission. You do not have to pay separately, and this is going to be opening Memorial Day weekend. So as soon as that opens, I promise I will give you a tour of the boardwalk. Right outside the boardwalk, you will find a Rita's Italian Ice, as well as usually two food trucks. There is usually an empanada food truck and also East Coast Donuts. On the left-hand side, I did pass a kiddie ride. It's a little airplane kiddie ride called Red Baron, and then also a changing area. Now here on the right-hand side is where you're going to find Tidal Force. This is a very large log flume style ride that you will get soaked on. On the left is another Subway location. And on the right, you're going to find 8 Cut Crust, which is a pizza place. Now, there is also a burger place within the boardwalk, as well as another Nathan's Hot Dogs, but I believe that those are both only open seasonally when the boardwalk is open. And on the left, you're going to find a Chicky and Pete's. There is also another Chicky and Pete's back in the food court area within Pioneer Frontier. Moving along this path, you're going to come to Hershey Park's newest roller coaster, Wildcats Revenge. Across the entrance from Wildcats Revenge, you will find the Wild Mouse, which is one of my favorite rides. And at this point, we have already entered another land of Hershey Park. This area is going to be called Midway America. This big building on the left-hand side is the indoor roller coaster laugh track. Back in this area, you can either hang to the right or you can keep going straight, which is to the left. For this video, I'm just going to head off to the right. And straight ahead of me, you're going to see 2 little pavilions. These are 2 additional kiddie rides. So there is a pony parade, which is a little horse and carriage, and then also granny bugs. Off to the right, you are going to find the Ferris wheel. Moving forward, you're going to find the entrance to Lightning Racer, which is one of the wooden roller coasters at Hershey. This is the dueling coaster, so you can choose either the green or the red, and this has been at Hershey Park for a long time, but it's also one of our favorites. And right aside the entrance to Lightning Racer, on the left, you are going to find Tiny Tracks, which is a very small, kid-friendly train ride. And right next to that is Music Express, which is a Himalaya-style ride. And just like that, we have reached the very back of the park, and now I'm going to begin to turn around. All right, so I am back at that fork in the road. So this time I'm gonna hang right near the entrance to the Howler to head back into the rest of the Pioneer Frontier area. After you cross this little bridge that the railroad runs under, you're going to see on the right-hand side the main food court area. So this is where they have a bunch of different options. This gets extremely busy at lunch, so I highly recommend stopping here early. And then on the left-hand side, you're going to see the Jolly Rancher Remix ride. So that is a roller coaster as well as then another Jolly Rancher themed ride, which I do not go on because again, I cannot handle those types of rides. So hanging to the left of where those Jolly Rancher rides are, I'm going to head to the left-hand side, and here is where you are going to find the entrance to Storm Runner, which is the roller coaster that launches. If you want to go on that ride, you're going to keep going straight. Otherwise, we're going to head down to the right and we're going to go down a hill. At the bottom of this hill on the right-hand side, you are going to find a smokehouse. This is a place that offers different types of meats, so pulled pork, chicken, brisket, ribs, as well as some delicious side options. And then across the way on the left-hand side is where you are going to find Trailblazer. Trailblazer is a roller coaster, but it is what I like to call a kid-friendly roller coaster. So my daughter was 2 when she went on this for the first time and absolutely loved it. And as we move forward, you're going to see a structure in front of you that is the Aqua Theater. So this is where they have sea lion performances a couple times a day, and you can check the schedule in the app, or additionally, there is a sign that's going to be posted outside that additionally has the times for that show. And at this point, I've gone left to the Aqua Theater and I am going up a hill. This is going to take us to the Kissing Tower Hill area. Once you get atop of this hill on the right hand side, you're going to see the triple tower. These are different drop towers varying in height. And then on the left-hand side, you are going to see 2 additional kiddie rides. This includes Convoy, which are the trucks, and the little frog hopper ride. And directly in front of me, you're going to see a deer statue, and this is the entrance to ZooAmerica. So Hershey Park does have a zoo that is included with your park admission ticket. So just like the water park, you do not need to pay separately for this if you do have a Hershey Park ticket. And I'm going to keep heading to the left. In between, you're going to see some gaming areas. I'm staying to the left. On the right-hand side, there is going to be another pay-to-play arcade style area, but I am going to stay to the left to get some additional rides. And this little pathway right here is going to take us back to the Kissing Tower, as well as both the antique and sports cars. And continuing along that path, you're going to find the entrance to Great Bear. So Great Bear is one of the roller coasters here at Hershey Park. On the right hand side, you're going to see another food place. This is Tower Fries. And going to keep staying left on this path. Right would take us back again to the top of the hill where we entered earlier. And up here on the left is Coal Cracker. Coal Cracker is a log flume style ride of note. This is really open seasonally, so right now this is closed for springtime in the park. It usually closes in the fall and is also not open for the Christmas season. And on the right, I just passed the Overlook, which is a food area. And then additionally on the left-hand side, this little purple hut-looking thing is Ula Bowls. And that is going to bring us down another walking path. We're going to be going a little bit downhill. We're going to be following along this area that has these construction walls. They had just removed the amphitheater and it looks like they're going to be building something new. What that is to be determined. And that puts us here at the bottom of the hill area where we're going to be crossing a bridge. And we have officially entered the next land, which is called the Hollow. The first ride you're going to come to at this part of the Hollow is the Super Duper Looper. This is the oldest steel roller coaster here at Hershey Park. And straight ahead is going to be the entrance for Sky Rush. Again, this is another roller coaster, and this roller coaster was updated this year with new restraints. And moving along on the right-hand side, this is where you're going to find the adult size swings. Now, this was totally disassembled when I did this tour, so I hope that they're going to be bringing this back. I just don't know if seasonally they don't have it open yet, but this is the adult size version of the swings. And then on the left-hand side is where you're going to find Comet. Comet is the oldest coaster at Hershey Park. It is a wooden roller coaster. And if you were to continue straight after the entrance to Comet, you're going to find two additional kiddie rides. Here is where you're going to find the teacups, and then there is also a little swing as well. And to the left, before we would get to those two kiddie rides, there is going to be a hill. This hill is going to pop us back up to the bumper car and area where that little funnel cake stand was. And that is the entirety of Hershey Park. So if we go to the right, again, that's going to take us back towards some of the other rides. So when I did the video, I had went straight there and then looped around. And if we turn left, this is going to take us back through that kiddie ride hub area and then to the main gates. If you found this video to be helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be bringing all things Hershey Park to you this year. Thank you for watching.